Hi, I'm Tom Hetzel of Ride Designs. This is my dear friend, Jenn. She is joining us today to do a brief overview of seating strategy, assessment, and shape capture for a client with what we would call an anterior pelvic tilt with an anterior tendency, which means that when Jenn relaxes, the tendency for her pelvis is to rock forward. So she's coming to us to the clinic to get some improvement in her postural alignment and reverse to whatever extent we can or reduce the challenge of this anterior tendency and anterior pelvic tilt when she rests. It's clearly easy to identify Jennifer as having this issue. It's very typical. We see the belly projecting a little bit, but we see the shoulders, head and neck in typical nice alignment. So seeing the tendency, the next thing we want to do real quickly is just to show how to evaluate flexibility of her posture on the mat table now. So we're going to go ahead and transfer you, Jennifer, onto the mat table. Okay. And I think you just got the one belt on you. Okay. Flip the arm up. Okay. And make clear you want to just grab legs. I'm just going to swing around. We'll put her head down that end. Okay. Oh, let's lock the wheels. All right. Come in. 1, 2, 3, up. Let's turn. Okay, the small pediatric forward cushion is an amazing head support. I'm going to roll the chair forward. Okay. All right, Jenn. So when we see Jenn laying here, we see that large arch, that large lordosis. Okay? And first thing I want to do, Jenn, is I want to see if we can just flex you at your hips and knees. Jenn has a baclofen pump, and they've been working on let's slide you right out of it. Okay, Jenn, there we go. So, now, typically in every situation in seating, I'm very reluctant to put any joint into end range of motion. Okay, Jenn? You okay? No, break up that tone just a little bit. There we go. Just relax. Okay, so in most situations, I'm very reluctant to put any joint into end range of motion. There's one exception to that rule, and that is in the presence of a lordosis, where I can go into the end range at the hips, go a little bit beyond the end range, and see if by moving into end range, if I can see the tone relax, and if I can see the lordosis reduce a little bit, or to any degree. Okay. Jenn, you seem a little bit apprehensive. You okay? Okay, all right. So it's just holding her here with a little bit greater than 90 degrees of flexion. Then I want to simulate an abdominal panel, just see if I can, with a little bit of anterior support on her lower abdomen, if I can get some reduction here. Now, Jenn's been sitting all day, and so may just need a second to just relax. So there's a little bit of reduction of that curve, but not a great degree. And feeling in there, just a lot, I don't know how much of that is tightness and how much of that is just some muscle tension or tone. Okay. Now, I'm also going to look at her laterally as well, too. Well, I've got it reduced some, just check for her flexibility. She's got a mild curve. Feeling her spine, it's a right convex lumbar thoracic, right? So she's got a right convex lumbar thoracic curve. So as I'm sitting looking at her in supine, I'm going to be thinking I'm going to be coming in trying to get her flexed a little bit to try to reduce the lordosis. Come in low on her right side with the back shape capture and high on her left. So I'm going to use the hips and gravity to try to reduce the lordosis, and then I'm going to use 3-point control, low right, high left, for control of the lateral contour. Okay? So that's kind of guessing it in supine. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go up into sitting. So I'm going to have some extra help here. Jen, we're going to keep you flexed. And we're just going to roll you onto your side. Mm-hmm. And we'll kind of turn her just a little bit here so we can kind of see. No, there we go. All right. So you're going to bring, Claire's going to bring your hands down low on the lower thoracic cage. High left, and then low right. There we go. And we're going to see. Okay. All right, so maybe we'll see some reduction towards midline, some reduction of that lordosis. I think we're within the realm of possibility in our seating strategy. We'll consider our first shape capture as part of the assessment. We're going to go ahead and take a break now and get the simulation set up for a shape capture.